In this lesson, we are going to learn about notebook sharing and the limitations in Databricks Notebooks version control functionality relative to the repositories. So I have logged in into my Databricks account. In the workspace, we can see two options wherein we can create and save our notebooks. The first option is to create notebooks within workspace, and the second option is within the repositories, which can be attached to Git repository. So in the first option, which is workspace, we see two options. The first one is the shared and the second one is the users option. In my case, since I have only created one user within the users, so only my name appears within that. Let us check the permissions of this notebook. So I clicked on these three ellipses and went to share permissions. I see this is only shared to me. I can manage this notebook or either admin can manage. So no other users can manage this notebook. However, if I create a notebook within the shared space, so we have the example of one notebook that I have already created within it. If I go to share permissions, I see all users have permission to manage this notebook. So these are the default permissions of the notebooks that are created within the user space and the shared space, though we can go and change these permissions. For example, if I go to the notebook that I created within my folder, I go to the share permission and I can give the permission to manage this notebook or edit, run or view the notebook to all users. So now this particular notebook that was created within my user space can be managed by all the users. So that was about notebook sharing and the default permissions. Let us now discuss about the version concept in Databricks. So I have opened a notebook. Within this notebook, let's say I add another cell, which is now print and comment 2. So I have now comment to this cell in addition to the existing cell. I can click on the version history button and click on save now. It shows me the differences that a new cell has been added. So I can go and save this. Then I have the option to go and roll back it as well. I can always go back and click on the older version and choose the restore this version option to restore the notebook. So that was all about the version concept. Next is the limitations of the notebook within the workspace for CI/CD. So though we have the option of version control within the notebooks that have been created within the workspace, but you might have noticed that there is no option to create the branch in here, and the option to share the notebooks is that we can share all of the notebooks within the shared folder and contribute with other developers, but as such no concept of branch or no concept of using the CI/CD concept such as the GitHub actions or managing infrastructure through GitHub SDKs, so or GitHub CLIs. So those options can't be managed within the workspace files. To configure the CI/CD, we will have to use the repos options. So that was the limitations about the files that are created within the workspace. Last is the workspace files. So when I go within the workspace, I also have option to add a file. So this file can be any file in the Databricks workspace that is not the Databricks notebooks. Workspace files can be any file type, which could be a Python file, a module such as a readme.md file, a CSV file, text file, a wheel library or a log file. In general, this can be used to store or reference init scripts in the Databricks runtime environment. So that's all for this lecture. Thank you.